Good morning, dear students. Now, discussion of metals and non-metals, right? On the basis of which principles elements are classified into different categories. So, which features are shown by metals? Right. First feature is based on presence of valence electrons. Fundamental particle of any atom is how many fundamental particles are given? Electron, proton and neutron, right? So on the basis of presence of valence electrons, it means outermost electrons, elements are classified into three categories. When only 1, 2 or 3 valence electrons are present, then element is known as metallic element, right? Now non-metal, when 5, 6 or 7 valence electrons are present, then element is known as non-metallic element. What about metalloids? When exactly 4 valence electrons are present, then element is known as metalloid. Metalloid means such elements which show dual properties. Sometimes metal-like properties and sometimes non-metal-like properties are known as metalloids. Okay, children? Now, if only 8 electrons are present, then element is inert. No reaction occurs. Only 8 valence 8 electrons are present, okay? Then element is inert or inactive. Now, features, what are common features of metals? First property which is shown by metals is malleability. Right? What is called malleability? The tendency of any metal when high pressure is applied, then we can convert a small piece of metal into thin sheets, right? But condition is given. Condition is given, high pressure is applied, right? On application of high pressure, metallic piece can be converted into thin sheets. Such property of metal is known as malleability. It means metals are malleable. Okay, children? Malleability of metal depends upon its hardness and softness. For example, gold. Symbol of gold is AU. Silver, Ag are highly malleable. Right? Second property of metals is ductility. Metals are ductile. It means a small piece of metal can be drawn into thin wire. Right? We can convert a small piece of metal into thin wire. So this tendency, this nature of metal is known as ductility. Metals are ductile. Again, ductility of metal depends upon its mass, right? Soft metal, right? Silver, this is gold and silver is Ag, are highly ductile. Okay, children? In comparison of other metals like cobalt, nickel, iron, right? Because all are heavy metals. Now next feature, metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. For example, copper, silver, aluminium, right? Aluminium, Al. Au is gold, aluminium is Al, right? Good conductors, right? But lead is also metal, but lead is poor conductor, right? Next feature is reactivity, reaction with acid, reaction with base. Okay children, reactivity depends upon nature of metal. Some metals are highly reactive like sodium and potassium, and some metals are inert which are also known as noble metals like gold and silver under ordinary conditions. Now features of non-metals. For example, oxygen is non-metal, nitrogen is non-metal, nitrogen, okay, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, all are non-metals according to the given conditions when 5, 6 or 7 valence electrons are present. Okay children, so just opposite features are shown by non-metals, right? Non-metals are non-malleable, non-ductile, right? Insulators. And what is the physical state of non-metals? Solid and gas, right? Only bromine exists in liquid state. Exists in liquid state. So this is liquid non-metal, right? Next feature, no reaction with acid or base. Now occurrence of metals and non-metals. Combined state of metal like sodium is attached to the nitrate. This is sodium nitrate. Combined state of metal like NaCl, right? Combined state of copper like copper sulfate. Only in case of matter, only noble metals or inert metals can exist in free state because noble metals are inert, right? But active metals always exist in combined state. Now free state of non-metal, chlorine gas, oxygen gas, nitrogen gas. Combined state, nitrogen is attached with hydrogen, this is ammonia, right? Hydrogen with oxygen, this is now some important minerals of metals or combined forms of metals. Some combined forms are known by their common names. For example, rock salt. What is rock salt? Combined form of sodium as NaCl. Bauxite. Combined form of aluminium metal as oxide Al2O. O3, and 2 molecules of water are attached with Al2O3. So this is complete formula of bauxite. Aluminium oxide dihydrate. Combined form of iron, which is known as hematite. Right? I am writing formula here. Fe2O3. This mineral, this combined form of iron is known as hematite. Right? Zinc metal as Zn as zinc to blending. Mercury Hg with sulfur. What is common name? Cinnabar. Children, now repeating. Common name of sodium chloride is rock salt. Common name of aluminium oxide dihydrate is bauxite. Which metal is present here? Aluminium. Hematite is common name of ferric oxide. Which metal? Iron. Zinc blending of zinc metal. Cinnabar. This is chemical name is zinc sulfide. Mercuric sulfide. Which metal is present in cinnabar? Mercury. Dolomite. Two metals, calcium and magnesium. Acid, it is any molecule where hydrogen atom is present which can give hydrogen ion in aqueous medium, right? Is known as acid. Well known acid is hydrochloric acid. Then what happens? Liberation of hydrogen gas and formation of salt. When sodium metal is present, so formation of salt of sodium which is NaCl. Okay children, now check the reaction is balanced or not. Left hand side 1 hydrogen is present, right hand side 2. So I am multiplying this HCl by 2. Okay, chlorine 2, chlorine, and right hand side only 1. This one is multiplied by 2. Sodium 1 multiplied by 2. Now check each and every atom in this equation. This scientific notation of chemical reaction is known as equation. 2 sodium, 2 sodium, 2 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, 2 chlorine and 2 chlorine. So what is the unique property of metal? When metal reacts with acid, always liberates hydrogen gas, right? One more reaction equation, magnesium, right? Acid is sulfuric acid. Okay children? When magnesium reacts with a sulfuric acid, then one product is common which is H2 gas. This upward directed arrow is showing gaseous state, right? But salt is different because your metal is different. What is its salt? Magnesium sulfate, MgSO4, right? Next one, reaction with water. Second chemical property. Reaction with water. Okay children, reaction of metal with water depends upon its nature, its type, whether metal is most reactive or shows average reactivity or least reactive. For example, sodium is highly reactive metal. What happens? Reaction between sodium and water is possible at a very low temperature. Even sodium can react with ice. Ice means very low temperature, right? If I am writing here cold condition, temperature is very low, then what happens? Formation of hydroxide and plus liberation of hydrogen gas, right? Now, balance form of equation 2H2O 2 and this one is multiplied by 2. Now this is balanced equation. 2 sodium left hand side, 2 sodium right hand side, total 4 hydrogen atoms, 2 into 2, total 4 hydrogen, oxygen 2, left hand side, oxygen 2, left hand side. So this is balanced form of reaction equation, right? Next one children, less reactive like iron metal. Reaction of iron with steam only. Steam means gaseous phase of water. Small g in a small bracket in reaction equation denotes gaseous physical state. Then what happens? Formation of oxide. So nature of product is also different. Fe2O3 plus H2. Iron oxide plus hydrogen gas or ferric oxide. Hydrogen, its name is ferric oxide or iron oxide. Okay, twice Fe2, 3 multiplied by 3 hydrogen, 3 H2. Okay. Now third chemical property, reaction with oxygen or air. What happens when metal reacts with oxygen? Sodium plus oxygen, formation of oxide. Right? When metal reacts with oxygen, it forms oxide. Na plus O2 and product is sodium oxide. Sodium oxide. Oxide means when oxygen is attached. Right? Now balance state 2. Right? This one 2 sodium twice for balancing of oxygen. Now multiply the sodium by 4. Right? Total number of atoms should equal to left hand side number should equal to right hand side number. 4, 2 into 2, 4. 2 oxygen, 2 oxygen. Now this is balance state. Okay children, what is the nature of metal oxides? Nature. Metal oxide, this sodium oxide is basic in nature. Right? By basic in nature, when sodium oxide reacts with water, it forms basic solution. Like this. Right? 2 sodium, 2 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, 2 total number of oxygen atoms, 2 oxygen, so this is balance state. Right? This chemical is sodium hydroxide. Okay, now chemical properties of non-metals. For example, sulfur. Well known non-metal sulfur plus oxygen, then formation of sulfur dioxide. This is gaseous. Sulfur dioxide. Right? Non-metallic oxide is acidic in nature. When sulfur dioxide reacts with water, it forms acid, which is sulfurous acid. Okay children? Second possible oxide of sulfur is SO3. When SO2 reacts with oxygen, excess of oxygen is taken, then formation of SO3. Right? Half O2. Half is only one oxygen. S 2 oxygen plus 1 oxygen is equal to 3. So this reaction of sulfur tri it means 3. Sulfur trioxide plus water, then formation of H2 SO4. Sulfuric acid. Each one is acidic in nature. Final product is acidic. So what is the nature of oxide of non-metal? Non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. Right? Because they form corresponding phosphorus P4, tetraatomic phosphorus. When phosphorus, this is molecular formula of phosphorus. Phosphorus reacts with oxygen, it forms phosphorus pentoxide or pentaoxide. Pent means 5. Right? Now balance it twice. 2P2O5. This one total oxygen 10. So multiply this left hand side oxygen by 5. P4, 4 phosphorus towards product side 5 into 2. 10 oxygen, and this one is also 10. So this is balanced state of reaction, right? Because mass is always conserved. So total left hand side mass should equal to right hand side. Okay, children. This one is also acidic in nature. When P2O5 reacts with water, it forms acid, right? And acid is phosphoric acid. Phosphoric